Thank you. Well, the battle over federal plans to open an immigrant detention center near Hagerstown is heating up today. Maryland Governor Wes Moore convened what he called a roundtable discussion to hear from local residents, but it appeared the meeting included only opponents of the plan. Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell joining us now from Hagerstown. So, Brad, what exactly went on out there today?
Yeah, well, so the governor and the local representative, April McLean Delaney, called this meeting, and they said they were going to hear a variety of opinions from within the community. But it quickly became clear that the only variety was the reasons that people opposed this detention center. And it appeared as though this was just an opportunity for the governor and the representative to amplify their opposition to converting this big warehouse into an ICE detention center. Maryland Governor Wes Moore and Representative April McLean Delaney called it a roundtable to hear from people in Washington County their feelings about the federal government's plans to convert this $103 million warehouse into an ICE-run immigrant detention center. It became a platform for the governor to amplify his opposition.
Once again, we are watching things being done to Western Maryland and not being done for Western Maryland.
After making public opening remarks to the gathering of a couple of dozen invited guests in a Hagerstown live music venue, our cameras were asked to leave. After about 45 minutes, the governor emerged and continued his attack on the detention center plan, especially because it comes just months after the feds refused federal assistance to those impacted by historic flooding in Western Maryland last spring.
While they are declining to support Western Maryland when it comes to federal disaster relief, they will somehow find $100 million to build a warehouse for human beings.
Outside the meeting, a small gathering of protesters excluded from the event, including those who support the ICE plan. Last month, the all-Republican Washington County Board of Commissioners unanimously passed a resolution backing the plan, supporting ICE. This Trump supporter says the community does not share the governor's opinion.
Most of the people in Washington County actually are for this facility, mainly because it's just an empty warehouse. It's out on a rural road. It's not going to cause a problem for anybody, really.
Yeah, so I reached out to members of the Board of Commissioners, those who voted to support this proposal. Not heard back from any of them, and none of them were invited or included in this meeting, although the governor said that he has been in communication with the Board of Commissioners. Scott?
Now, Brad, as we've reported in the past, a judge has ordered work on the detention center to stop, but beyond political philosophy, what really are the biggest concerns about the project?
Well, you know, I had a very interesting conversation with the mayor of Hagerstown today, and he was included in the meeting. And he said, look, I'm not going to take a position on immigration. I'm not going to take a position on the detention center. But he said that place needs water. And the water supply here comes from the city of Hagerstown. They pull it out of the Potomac River, they treat it, and it is distributed. And he said right now they only have a 2-inch pipe feeding that building, 4 toilets in there. You know, he said, we need to know if they're going to be drawing more water. He said they can probably handle it, but they need to know about it. There are concerns about taking this huge warehouse off of the potential tax rolls for the community. It was vacant, but if a business had taken it over and started hiring people, they would have to be paying taxes. That's not going to happen now, and that's one of the things that the governor is talking about as well. So there are a variety of concerns for the community apart from philosophy and the operations of ICE.
Yeah, sounds like a laundry list of questions. What about you were out there today? Did you see any sign of work?
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting. I've been tracking this building for a while now, since we heard it was sold, and from the outside you can't really see much of anything. They have brought in, I mentioned water is a concern. And only 4 toilets, and they want to put 1,500 people in there plus staff. There are trailers that have been put there, big porta potty trailers like you'll see at an event, and there are maybe about 100 vehicles, SUVs, sedans, that sort of thing, that have been parked there, brand new vehicles purchased by ICE. But other than that, no sign of construction at all on the outside or the inside. While we were looking at it, while photographer Frank Becker was taking video, an SUV with heavily tinted windows did appear, pull up, sort of pull sideways, making it clear they were keeping an eye on us, but that is all. In Hagerstown, Brad Bell, 7 News.
Yeah, a lot to monitor. We know you'll stay on top of it. Okay, thank you, Brad. Well, the warehouse is one of several purchased across the country as ICE plans to spend about $38 billion on creating more detention space. The agency plans to create 16 regional processing centers to detain about 1,000 to 1,500 people a day. 8 larger detention centers are planned to house 7,000 to 10,000 people. It's unclear right now how a funding freeze, though, for the Department of Homeland Security could impact all of those plans.